Alrighty, this is going to be a different kind of video for today's content, but I'm looking at an old issue of Game Informer that I found at a used bookstore for like $2. And as I was going through it, there's a lot of neat information in here that I just kind of want to like go over. We'll go over the whole book and like look at a couple pages and advertisements and stuff. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why I got this book near the end of the video. Unfortunately, it's on the last page, but it relates to Jak 3, which I'm currently streaming on my Twitch channel. But this is issue number 140. I think this came out around like November or something like that, around 2004. So let's go ahead and start looking at it. But this is one of the Batman games, I guess, that came out on the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. I had it for a brief period, but I never played it. But from what I understand, it's okay. Got an advertisement here for Gran Turismo 4. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Oh man, Metroid Prime 2. I actually just got that game recently. I've never played it. I played Metroid Prime 1, I liked it. Haven't gotten around to this one yet. Maybe I'll stream that sooner or later. Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth. I think that's a real-time strategy game on the PC. Ace Combat 5. A little advertisement for that. Sid Meier's Pirates. Let's see, we got all the contents of the magazine, Nissan, staff, join the army, guys. Yeah, pictures, Blood Rain 2, back when advertisements were a little more scandalous. You'll never see that shit today. Oh, speaking of which, Leisure Suit Larry on the PS2. God, this game was terrible. Mortal Kombat Deception. Oh, here's some art. If anybody's watching this that submitted this, good job. Let's see. PSP, the power of the PSP, little advertisement here. Little story. Fears of 4. Oh, is this Cold Fear? Let me see. Yeah, Cold Fear. Yeah, this was a fun game. I actually played this. I couldn't finish it because my disc was so scratched up. There was like this part where I guess a control room or something starts blowing up and you have to escape, and it would always freeze up when that cutscene finished, and I could never finish this game. But this was a cool game. It's basically, we have Resident Evil 4 at home. Like, they kind of combined Resident Evil 4 with Resident Evil Gaiden, the one on the ship. And it was actually not bad. Let's see, more stories here. Star Wars Battlefront, EverQuest 2, yeah, Hitman, Homeroom Gaming. We got Neo Contra advertisement. Oh man, is this for the first Fable, or is this Fable? No, this was 2000. Yeah, so this is probably the first Fable. Yeah, the supposed Zelda killer, right? Yeah, we all know how that came out. Oh yeah, are you planning Fable 2? This is where my big mouth always gets me in trouble. I mean, there is a diplomatic answer to that, and a diplomatic answer is, it would be scary if we weren't planning Fable 2. Let's put it that way. There's definitely no official announcement. So yeah, they weren't even... This was probably right after they released Fable. Halo 2 advertisement. Tokyo... Hey, Club Sega. All you Yakuza fans. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Jak 3 advertisement. Oh, man. Naughty Dog really needs to come back to this, but they'll probably ruin it. Oh, the buying guide for 2004. Look at this flip phone. What is that? Bird-on headphone? A beanie headphone set? And a BlackBerry? Oh, man. This is a blast from the past. Swatch Paparazzi. I think I remember that being kind of big around that time. I don't know. I wasn't a watch guy. Oh, Snake Eater advertisement. Looking fantastic game. Let's see, this is all, just other stuff. Paintball tournament, Time Crisis. Got controllers here, PlayStation 2 things. Oh, that multi-tap, yeah. They redesigned the multi-tap. Xbox stuff, little headset, Dead or Alive controller. Ninja Gaiden wallet. I actually have a wallet like that, but it has Zelda on it. Let's see, the Everyman room, chairs, remotes, TV setups. Gretzky 2005. PC stuff. Got Alienware, Aurora. Headphones. Final Fantasy mobile controller. Huh. Yeah, Midway Classics 2. Guess this is just other stuff here. True Crime Streets of LA. This is a great game. If you haven't played it yet, seek it out. It's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, colored GameCubes. A DS case. What? Nintendo controller hot pants. Can you see that there? Yeah, right there. Nintendo controller hot pants. Let me just... Yeah. What is this? Tiger Electronics? Baten Kaitos. Great game. If you love card games and you love RPGs, this is a fantastic game. I might actually stream it sooner or later because I just did get a full complete box copy of this recently. Yeah, more stuff. Alien Homid Deck. Anybody remembers that game? City of Heroes. I'm not sure what that was. Is that like an online superhero game for kids or something? Oh, this was interesting. This is a interview with Todd Howard before Skyrim was a thing. This is when Oblivion was the most recent Elder Scrolls game. And there's a lot of neat information here. If you want to pause it and read that, look at that. Kabbalah's Big Game Hunter. Was this before they went off the rails and started adding batshit insane story modes? American Chopper. Oh yeah, here's the Batman game that they're advertising in the on the cover here. This was before Arkham Asylum was a thing, so I think this was one of the best Batman games at the time. I'm not sure. If anybody's played this, can you confirm that? How good was this game? Because I've heard good things about this game. Yeah, just more information about that. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Little advertisement for that. Forza Motorsport advertisement. Oh no, this is a little story about it. Yep. If you like cars, that's your thing. Spider-Man 2 advertisement. Oh, this was I think right before the DS came out over here in America. So there's this huge story about it. All the games that were coming out for it. Metroid Prime Hunters, Mario 64 DS, Spider-Man 2, Rayman, Ridge Racer, WarioWare, Pokemon Dash. Oh wait, Final Fantasy 3. Why is Final Fantasy 3? Oh, is this before they announced the remake? RPG enthusiasts have been waiting a long time for this. Final Fantasy 3, the Japanese one pictured, not the one that was released on the SNES in 1994, which was my first Final Fantasy, is currently the only entry in the celebrated series that is not available in the United States. Fortunately, Nintendo recently announced that this neglected adventure would soon be receiving a makeover and finally making the journey stateside. Though much of the content will remain the same as the Japanese release, the title will not be an exact port and will utilize the system's dual screen functionality. So yeah, this was before they announced that it was going to be a 3D remake or anything like that. Interesting. Oh yeah, Rumble Rose's advertisement. Funny story about the DS. I unfortunately bought a Nintendo DS just for Lunar Dragon Song. Yeah, I know. That was a terrible decision. Xenosaga Episode 2. This was right after it came out. No, released February 2005, so it still wasn't out yet. I haven't fully read everything in this article just yet, but I'm wondering I don't know how true this was, but apparently they were planning a 5-game series for Xenosaga. But because of how abysmal the sales were for the second game, they had to wrap it up in the third game. So that might explain why, like, a lot of questions go unanswered in the second game and more get introduced, and the third game just seems like a quick wrap up. But I don't know how true that is. That could just be like a rumor going around at the time. Star Wars Galaxy advertisement. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Godzilla advertisement. Tenchu Fatal Shadows. Men of Valor, never played that. Haunting Ground, oh man. This is a little preview of what this was going to be released in the summer of 2005, so it wasn't out yet. But yeah, hold on a minute. Let's see. I actually have a complete in-box copy of Haunting Ground on the PS2. Nice condition. And the funny thing about this, I have a funny story about this. I got this at a flea market for $10. And it was from one of those stalls that pretty much they make their living selling like retro games and stuff like that. So whenever they do have like a retro game, say like Donkey Kong Country 3 or Final Fantasy 6, they'll charge like an arm and a leg for it because they know it's like really rare and expensive. But at the time I bought this, it was going for about $40 to $50 online. This was back in like 2015, maybe 2016 at the latest. But yeah, I got it from that stall for $10. I bet they're kicking themselves now for it. Prince of Persia advertisement. Warrior Within. Resident Evil 4 before it came out. Now, I was looking at this and I kind of got reminded, I was subscribed to Game Informer around the time Resident Evil 5 was coming out, and there's a lot of information about that game coming out. I don't know if somebody can confirm this. Maybe I just went a little crazy. Maybe I'm misremembering some kind of information. But before it was announced that Resident Evil 5 was going to be co-op all the way through, wasn't there something about how it was going to be just Chris only in Africa, and there was going to be some kind of a hallucination mechanic or something? Like, depending on how long Chris was out in the heat, out in the sun, he would start seeing like illusions and mirages and stuff like that, and you had to like basically stay in the shade or stay hydrated or something like that. I feel like that was a mechanic they mentioned, but they never did anything with it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering some information, but I feel like some source mentioned a hallucination mechanic for Resident Evil 5. The Matrix Online. Project Snowblind. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Controversial take. This is probably my favorite Kingdom Hearts game out of all of them. I just love, I'm a simp for card games, and them putting a card game in an action RPG, especially Kingdom Hearts, that was fantastic for me. I love this game. Advent Shadow. I don't know much about this one. I think it's some kind of Xbox exclusive that was too ambitious for its own good. Shining Tears. I actually just got this from my retro game store not too long ago. It's something I might stream later or something. I don't know yet, but something I definitely want to get into or play eventually. Oddworld Stranger, Outlaw Tennis. We got Tribes, an advertisement for that. Rise of the Kasai. Advertisement for Conflict Vietnam. Destroy All Humans. An advertisement for EverQuest. Here, I'll tilt it this way so you can see it better. I think this is like advertising like a keyboard for it or something. Let me make sure it's on center here. Yep. Oh, okay. This is it. Do I have this? Yes. Okay. This is actually funny. I'm just realizing this now. Okay, when I was at that retro bookstore, the bookstore that I got this at, they were also selling PC games. I picked this out of sheer curiosity. Painkiller Heaven's Got a Hitman. And they're advertising, I guess, one of the DLCs for it, Battle Out of Hell. So, kind of ironic that I'd pick up the game for something on a magazine I'd pick up with, too. That's neat. We got Empire Earth, Stronghold 2, advertisement for Ghost Recon 2, Area 51, advertisement for Coca-Cola. This is probably still when, like, you know, Sony had that Final Fantasy IX commercial with the Coca-Cola in it, and Coca-Cola is a healable item in Parasite Eve 2. World of Warcraft, this was another one that was interesting. This, I think, was before the MMO came out. So this was before, like, the MMO got really big and what it's known for today. So I think this was just when they were trying out something new, because it used to be a real-time strategy game. And they're like, oh, we're gonna try this online gaming thing, see how it works. And you know how that goes. Virtual Quest. This game was terrible. I played it. Neat idea, but oh man, it controls like ass. Sid Meier's Pirates. Psychonauts, was this released at the time? Oh yeah, it wasn't released yet, so it's a little preview for Psychonauts here. The Incredibles advertisement, Ghost Recon 2, Star Fox. I think this was before it was titled, what is it? Star Fox, not Command. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. I have it. Let me see. Assault. Star Fox Assault. That's what it was called. But yeah, this was before they kind of mentioned what the subtitle would be, and they're still trying to figure things out. Advertising for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Outlaw Volleyball Remix, Close Combat. Advertisements for cell phone flip games here. What do we got? Might and Magic. Rainbow Six 3, Splinter Cell, Prince of Persia. These are all probably lost media now. The movies. Never heard of this game. PS2, Xbox, GameCube. Did this even come out? I have to look into that. Code Kagero. Tentative title. Was it... Is this something else? Was this canceled or something? This is something else I'm gonna have to look into. I've never heard of it. Oh, Deception. Oh, this is probably, is this Trapped? It doesn't look, is it? This could be Trapped or maybe something else entirely. Yeah, I think it was, because I know the Deception games then became like Trapped. But then it went back to Deception on like PS4. I think there was like Deception 4 or something like that. Yeah, World of Warcraft advertisement. Fight Club, yeah. Enjoy that game. Alright, now we got the reviews. Beautiful Joe 2 review. They gave it a 9 out of 10. I almost bought that at the Retro Game Store that I was at last week, but I think I eventually just decided to get some WarioWare games and Dragon Ball Origins on the DS. Need for Speed 2 Underground 2. This is one of my wife's favorite games because her and her sister used to play it all the time. Mega Man X8 advertisement. The Herbs, Godzilla. Yeah, they gave it a 6. Rocky Legends got a 6.5. Isn't that game entirely broken? Wow, sucks to be Godzilla. Jeez. The Lord of the Rings Third Age. That's a great game. If you like Final Fantasy X, this is basically Final Fantasy X with a Lord of the Rings coat. If you want to play it, it's super cheap. I think you can find it online anywhere between like 10 to 20 bucks. It's pretty linear. I played it. It's very linear, but you know, again, if you like Final Fantasy X, if you like Lord of the Rings, go for it. Highly recommend it. SpongeBob movie, College Hoops, Power Rangers, A Bard's Tale. I want to get back into this. I tried playing it a long time ago, and I thought it was okay, but I was getting kind of bored like during the second half of it. Let's see. What else? The games we have: Crash and Burn, Alien Homids, Sonic Mega Collection. Let's see, we got Extreme Legends advertisement. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. One of those plug-and-play games, EA Sports. Ace Combat 5. I played a little bit of Ace Combat 5, and yeah, this is a great game. SmackDown versus Raw. Yeah, here's the review for it. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I've never played this game, but I was always curious about it. Capcom Fighting Evolution. I bought this game with pocket change. Okay, back in the day, before I really had a bank account, I used to kind of like store all my money. And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember back in 2004, there used to be these like Sobe energy drinks? Like, they would be in these glass bottles. There's like white, there's peach, there's strawberry, like all these great flavors. And whenever I had like pocket change, like coins and stuff like that, I would just drop it in a Sobe bottle. And once it would fill up, I would take it to one of those coin cash machines at the grocery stores and get basically paper money back for it. And I actually used a full bottle to get myself a copy of this game. And boy, did it suck. This was not a good game. Killzone. I played a little bit of Killzone 2, but nothing more than that. We got some DLC here or an expansion here for Final Fantasy XI. Guilty Gear Isuka. Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Ooh, 3.25. Yeah, this game was terrible. Oh, get on the mic. Taiko Drum Master. Sega Superstars. Batten Kaitos, great game again. They gave it an 8.75 out of 10. Video game. Oh, Spike TV, back when Spike was doing stuff. Hosted by Snoop Dogg. Hell yeah. A review here for Halo 2. They gave it a 10 out of 10. Fatal Frame 2. Fantastic game. Let's see, they gave it a 9.25 out of 10. That's a deserving score. If you still have a PS3, you might be able to buy this game off the PSN network for like maybe $10, less than $10. So if you really want to play this game, but you don't want to shell out the money that the PS2 version goes for, and if you still got a PS3, definitely go try to find it digital on the PSN. Like, it's definitely worth, like, the $10 that you pay for it. Dead or Alive Ultimate, 9 out of 10. Karaoke Revolution, Bust a Move, Dance Dance Revolution, Ultra Mix 2, Outrun 2, Half-Life 2, wow, this was new. Half-Life 2, 9.5 out of 10. Tribe by Vengeance. Oh, the Chronicles of Riddick. Advertising like the PC games, the movie, the Xbox. I never saw any of these movies or played the games, but I hear they're good fun if you don't take them too seriously. They're a lot of fun. Let's see, you got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Scrapland, Codename Panzers, Vampire Bloodlines, Metal Slug Advance, Boktai 2. That's a Kojima game. They gave it a 6.25 out of 10. I don't know, do you agree with that? Advanced Guardian Heroes, a 7. Okay. And then we got like the best-selling games at this time. Pokemon Fire Red was number 1. Pikmin 2 was at number 12. Star Ocean Until the End of Time was at number 7. Sly 2 was at number 16. And then in Japan, it was Tales of Symphonia, followed by Pokemon Emerald. And on the PC, The Sims 2 was the best-selling game of all time around that time. A bunch of GameStop stuff, review archives, secret access. Oh, these are all secrets. Spy Fiction, Madden 2005, Sly 2, X-Men Legends, Rome Total War. Okay, this is the reason why I got this magazine, because I am currently playing Jak 3 on my stream, and right here they're saying like, oh, the 10 most difficult moments in Jak 3. So what I might do is make a future video after I finish Jak 3. I'm going to go over all these moments they had and compared it to like my playthrough. One of these I can definitely agree on is the hijack eco vehicle mission. I failed that several times. The break the barrier with the blast bots, that was a mission that I failed a couple times. So I kind of want to like compare this list and compare notes, basically. An interview here. The Dead or Alive creator. What else we got here? Just more of the interview. Greatest game of all time, Earthbound. Let's see. Panzer Dragoon Saga, Altered Beast. And then your typical video game trivia. How well do you know your video games? Compare your score with nothing. And then finally we end with an advertisement for Beautiful Joe 2. So yeah, just wanted to go back, take you on a little walk down memory lane, refresh your memory on like 2004 gaming, what it was like back then. You know, I mean, I thought this was like a really cool find. I just wanted to share it with you all. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you later.